Go figure, I come out early on a Saturday, late season hunting, going to a spot where, I'm thinking, oh, maybe nobody's showing up because it's kind of cold and, it's still early. And then there's two cars. Taking the afternoon to reflect on my hunting this year. It wasn't as successful as I had hoped it would be. I had a goal of 1 deer a month for September, October, November, December, January. So you're talking 5 deer for the season. I had a goal of 1 a month. I harvested one small doe. It wasn't for a lack of trying, though. I had some incredibly bad luck. I was only hunting really on Saturdays. Had hunter walk underneath me. How far back you going?
What's that?
How far back you going?
I'm way back there, man.
Okay.
Sorry to disrupt you.
That's all right, man. Had a deflection. Just flat out missed a shot.
Right.
When that hunter was coming up under me, there was actually a deer walking my way, even though it was before shooting hours, but there was a deer walking my way, probably within 25 to 30 yards, and I heard him stop when the guy's coming up the hill towards me, and he stops and stands there for a little bit and then runs away. So I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it. As far as other stuff, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't for lack of trying. I put up my trail camera. I had amazing bucks on my trail camera. There was when I had the deflection, the deer were, if I'd have not had shot, well, actually, let me backtrack real quick. The deflection shot I had, the deer were actually coming on a trail right underneath me, and there's 2 of them. And when I stood up, the second one had seen me move, so they kind of darted up the hill a little bit, and then that's when I ended up getting deflection. This is why I bring backups to everything. I get halfway up the tree, I drop my jacket. I go back down and get it, then I get all the way back up my tree again, and then I drop my cold weather hat. Ah, there it is. That's my orange cold hat that I dropped. So let's hope the rest of the hunt goes better than that, than the start of it anyway. We had an ice storm on one, and in the morning, and when I went hunting in the afternoon, the ice was melting, which is great, but the problem was it was creating a rain effect. So, it was basically like rain in the woods. Ice was melting on the tree branches and then falling on my head. I got out of the woods after like an hour of that. Yep. Time to pack up. Send my wife a text, tell her I'm packing up. I'm getting the hell out of here. But even though I didn't, harvest more deer this year, I was impressed with my ability to put myself in the areas where deer were. I had a rut plan all laid out. I had a deer come up behind me that spooked, basically I think from something else, but it was one of those things like turkeys had come off the roost, and I was like, yeah, and I went to grab my camera to get some video of the turkeys, and there was like a doe behind me that I didn't hear walk up, and I spooked her. That was on a trail that I found with mount breeding that led right to a huge community scrape, and got amazing pictures of some massive bucks. I mean, public land bucks, just like once in a lifetime shooters. I think with them, they're a heck of a lot deeper in the woods. I think they followed the same trail that I was on, but they're back probably 300 or 400 yards, maybe further from where that scrape was. And most of the days that I was setting up kind of in between the bedding and that scrape, at least during the rut area. I think I probably should have just went beyond the bed, went around the bedding area and went beyond the bed, closer to where that buck was to catch him moving early, because by the time they get up and move around, they're not coming that close to that source at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That's my kind of day. I just drop my grunt call after I already got it set up in my tree. There's my grunt call. But at the end of the day, my determination hasn't really wavered with hunting. I mean, it is discouraging, definitely, when you don't get any hunts, or when you don't get any harvest anyway. You spend a lot of hours in the tree stand because you're not going to get any deer while you're sitting at home. And it does wear on you after a while. Because you get discouraged, because even like today, I'm coming out and getting set up and I'm thinking, well, I'm probably not going to see anything, which is not really the right attitude to have. But I come prepared to see deer, harvest deer, and take them home. But not every single trip out is going to be a massive buck or a massive doe or whatever. You're going to have some misses. So this year it was a bunch of misses. Although I was close and had myself in the right area, I am positive for next year. I'll do up a better plan for next year. I got a good feeling about maybe getting one of those big bucks early in the season next year. First few hunts of this, opening day, boom, being in the stand, being right. I know where I need to be for those big bucks, especially in the morning. You got to be in there early. I mean, really early. I mean, when I had that guy walk underneath me, I mean, I was in there at like 5. It didn't get daylight till 7. I was in there set up at 5:30, like an hour and a half before daylight. But I think that's what I need to do with that buck. I'm not a big fan. I hate to say it, I'm just not a big fan of hunting in the morning, because I feel like that, you get in, you make racket. It's easier to spook the deer and stuff like that. Although when I did do morning hunts, I did see deer, but I don't know. I'm just not real confident going in the morning as what I am in the afternoon. Although you're still making a lot of racket in the afternoon, but you can at least see a lot easier and avoid things that could be potential hazards. But anyway, that's me. That's my deer hunting year. If this video ends now in the next minute or so, then I didn't harvest anything tonight. If it goes a little bit longer, that means I got something else, which is good. If I don't get anything else, then turkey's right around the corner. I'm really excited for turkey season again this year. I know it's definitely going to be me, Andrew, and Sean. So hopefully Jason will be able to join, but I'm pretty sure he's down for it too. So.